Good morning, students. Let's continue chapter 6, life processes. In the previous class, we have discussed about the structure of human digestive system. Now, let us see the hologenetic nutrition in human. How the food is digested in the human with the help of alimentary canal and the digestive glands. That is human digestive system. So let us see first of all some basic terms related to the human digestion. Okay, then we will discuss about the detail about the digestion of food and various steps of nutrition, hologenetic nutrition. So let us see first of all what is what is bolus, okay, and what is chyme, and what is peristalsis. Okay, so what is bolus? When the food mixed with the saliva, then it is called bolus. You can say bolus is the partially digested food present in the mouth. Partially digested food present in the mouth is called bolus. Partially digested food present in the mouth is called bolus. Or you can say when the complex food mixed with the saliva, it partially digested, and this partially digested food is called bolus. And when from the mouth, bolus is transferred from mouth to the stomach, then there is a contraction and relaxation in the food pipe takes place as the food moves forward. This process is called peristalsis. What do you mean the term peristalsis? The forward, the movement of food, the movement of bolus from mouth to the stomach due to contraction and relaxation of the food pipe. Contraction and relaxation of the food pipe. Food pipe is called peristalsis. What is peristalsis? When the bolus is formed in the mouth, produced in the mouth, that means bolus is the partially digested food when the food is mixed with the saliva. Okay, and this bolus transferred from mouth to the stomach with the help of contraction and relaxation of the food pipe. This phenomena is called the peristalsis. With the help of peristalsis only, the food transferred from mouth to the stomach. And what is chyme? Chyme is the partially digested food when the food from the mouth transferred into the stomach is further mixed with the enzyme and it is further broken down, and this food is called the chyme. So you can say the partially digested food in the mouth is called bolus, and the partially you can say digested food in the stomach is called chyme. So this is the difference between chyme and bolus. And what is peristalsis? The forward movement of the food due to expansion and contraction of the food pipe muscles of the food pipe is called peristalsis. Now let us see, there are 5 digestive glands found in the human beings. It is already explained, and these glands represented by, see the position. The first one is the salivary gland. Okay, and second one is the liver. Third one is the pancreas. Okay, first one is the salivary gland, second one is the liver, third one is the pancreas, fourth one is the gastric gland present in the wall of stomach, gastric gland, and intestinal gland present in the wall of small intestine, intestinal gland. So this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one, and this is the fifth one. So how many total digestive gland found in the human beings? So you can say total 5. Okay, salivary gland present inside the mouth, or you can say in the buccal cavity. Liver and pancreas present at the junction of stomach and small intestine here. When both are joined, stomach and small intestine, liver and pancreas present. Gastric gland present in the wall of stomach and intestinal gland present in the wall of small intestine. All help in the digestion of food. So first of all, salivary gland secretes saliva. Okay. Liver secretes bile. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Gastric gland secretes gastric juice. Intestinal gland secretes intestinal juice. Now let us see the function of these glands one by one. Okay, and composition of the juices. The first one, salivary gland. Salivary gland. So salivary gland secretes a fluid called saliva. Okay, and this saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase. Salivary amylase, which is also known as tynin. This is the function of salivary gland. Salivary gland secretes saliva, a fluid called saliva, and this saliva contains an enzyme known as salivary amylase, also known as tynin. Function we will discuss later. Second one, liver. Liver secretes a fluid called bile. Second one, liver. Liver secretes bile, a fluid called bile, and bile contains bile salts and bile pigments. Bile contains bile salts and bile pigments. Okay, and the name of bile salts are sodium glycocolate and sodium taurocolate. This help in digestion of the lipid. Okay, and bile pigments are bilirubin and biliverdin. So what is the function of liver? Liver secretes a fluid called bile, and this bile contains bile salts and bile pigments which help in the emulsification of lipids or fats. Okay, and bile salts name are sodium glycocolate and sodium taurocolate, and the name of bile pigments are bilirubin and biliverdin. Okay, now let us see third one, pancreas. Pancreas secretes a fluid called pancreatic juice. Pancreas. Third one, pancreas. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. This pancreatic juice contains three components, that is trypsin, pancreatic amylase, and lipase. Composition we will discuss later. Okay, so what is the? It is the leaf-like gastric and digestive gland present in the at the junction of stomach and small intestine. It secretes pancreatic juice. This pancreatic juice contains three components, that is trypsin, pancreatic amylase, and lipase. Now let us see next one, gastric gland. Gastric gland present in the wall of stomach. Fourth one, gastric gland. Gastric gland present in the wall of stomach. It secretes gastric juice. And this gastric juice contains three components, that is pepsin, okay, HCl, and mucus. These three components present in the gastric juice. Gastric juice contains three things: pepsin, HCl, and mucus. Now last one, intestinal gland, that is the fifth one. Intestinal gland. It is present in the wall of intestinal gland. Intestinal gland present in the wall of small intestine, which secretes the fluid called intestinal juice. This intestinal juice helps in the complete digestion of carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. Carbohydrates into glucose, proteins into amino acids, and lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. You can say intestinal gland will help in the complete digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and lipids. Once again, carbohydrates change into glucose finally, okay, protein change into the basically known as amino acids, and fatty lipids change into fatty acid and glycerol. So this is all about the functions of digestive gland. In the next class we will discuss about the digestion of proteins, lipids and carbohydrates. Thank you.